All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I saw something very interesting this morning, and I didn't think it was real, but I went ahead and checked into this and saw that there were several articles about this, talking about one of Trump's recent, you know, associates who's saying that our country possesses weapons that nobody has any idea about, and that, well, I'm just going to read some of this, and hopefully this doesn't sound too insane. I mean, it sounds insane, but I'm going to go ahead and read some of this article. This is from RT, and it was published actually today, this morning. So, the U.S. possesses technology that can manipulate and bend space-time, or time and space. White House innovations are Michael Krastios has claimed. Now, this guy delivered the remarks at the Endless Frontiers retreat in Austin, Texas, just weeks after being confirmed as director of the White House Office of Science and Technology. He emphasized President Donald Trump's ambition to usher in a new golden age of America, which includes fostering scientific research and the application of cutting-edge technologies, according to Krastios. Now, the U.S. can emerge as a global leader by making smart choices, in quotations, regarding public funding and deregulating innovation. Quote, our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow, and improve productivity, he stated, without elaborating. Later in his speech, Krastios insisted that the overcoming of the sclerosis of the state would enable Americans to achieve scientific discoveries that will bend time and space, make more with less, and drive us further into the endless frontiers. Now, well, Trump himself has recently alluded to the advanced technologies not yet revealed to the public. Last week, he claimed China would hesitate to escalate trade tensions with the U.S., partly due to the existence of secret weapons in the American arsenal. So, Trump's essentially making threats to China regarding weapons that can, quote, manipulate time and space. Now, this is scary stuff. We should be afraid of this. Of all the countless conspiracy theories that are out there, and people want to, well, the first thing we need to address is the fact that the strangeness of the inversion, okay? The left, regardless of your political views, the left has always seemed to embrace this transhumanist technological movement that's moving forward in our world. They seem to be on board with it. But now that the regime change has happened and we have a new president that doesn't necessarily, jive with their political leanings, we have this resistance. We have, of course, Elon Musk, who's deep into this Neuralink technology that, in its infancy, which it still is, very much so, they're still experimenting with it, but it's out there to help people, paralysis victims, people who can't move their limbs, who, it's an implant that can go into their brain, that can give them back the use of their limbs or artificial limbs. You can control things remotely by sort of hacking the human mind and being connected to it. And just a few years ago, Elon Musk was the hero of the left. He was an entrepreneur. He was touting all these technologies, and, they bragged on him like he was some kind of genius that just could not be, questioned. And now, because of political leanings and changes that have happened, I mean, we won't go into it. We all know what's going on. We're all aware of it. I'm not going to bore you with those details, but because of that dynamic change, there is this resistance to him. And now the left has essentially, it's such a strange inversion. The left has now become this conspiracy theorist central now, because anything that Elon Musk is planning or doing is just absolute evil. It's the epitome of evil to these people now. And it's just strange to me, the inversion. It's hard to say how long this technology has actually existed, because, I mean, really, who really believes that the government discloses all of the the extent of technology for national security reasons, for capitalist reasons? I mean, this is back deals, backdoor deals with this company and that company, and patents, and God only knows what's going on behind closed doors. But the fact that this is coming out now, and that Trump makes this sort of veiled threat to China. China says that China's not going to escalate trade tensions because Trump is sort of making this hidden sort of threat, subdued threat, that they wouldn't, because they know that we can manipulate space and time. This is just absolute insanity if you really look at what he's saying. I mean, he's saying they have it and that they can use it and it's at our disposal. It's a very scary thing. But yeah, let's go into the tech itself. I mean, what they're claiming, because this is the thing I've covered a lot on my channel, but I believe that nothing really good can come of this. Ultimately, it's going to start off with good intentions. I mean, there's going to be people who say that this technology will help, this person with a disability. It'll cure this disease. It'll solve this problem. But ultimately, it ends in power. It is a striving for power. That's what it is. That's what, I mean, you can strip it down and find that at the base of this striving for this technology, that it's about power, the will to power. So it just makes me also think back to like what really happened with the Philadelphia experiment. Now, this was treated as just something, just crazy conspiracy theory that's just been out there for decades. But I'm just going to read a little bit about it. You guys make up your own mind. I mean, this ties into what, if this technology is real, how long have we had it? If we have it now, who's to say we haven't had it for, how many decades? But the Philadelphia experiment is an alleged military experiment said to have been carried out by the U.S. Navy in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in 1943. Now, according to legend, the Navy attempted to render the USS Elbridge invisible to enemy radar using a technique involving electromagnetic fields. Now, witnesses and conspiracy theorists claim the ship not only became invisible, but also teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again, with disastrous effects on the crew, ranging from severe disorientation, gruesome physical fusions with the ship's metal. I've read about this for years. They found members of the crew. Once the ship reappeared, there were members of the crew sticking out of the hull legs, sticking out of metal that were fused with it. Of course, the crew members were deceased, but it's just this crazy warping of reality and reconstitution. It's almost as if it came back into place and things were just, as it was being reconstituted back into our dimension, or what have you, however you want to describe it. These people were fused with in different places in the ship, fused with the ship. But despite its sensational nature, there is no verified evidence that the experiment ever took place. Now, the U.S. Navy has consistently denied any aspect that such project existed, and many aspects of the story have been debunked or attributed to hoaxes. Of course, this is the kind of stuff you're going to get through Google searches. Who knows what the real truth is, but these misinterpretations are fictional embellishments. The tale gained widespread attention through books, films, and fueling interest in government secrecy and the speculative science, but it remains firmly in the realm of modern myth and conspiracy theory. I'm still trying to digest this. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think, but this is just crazy that Trump himself would make such a veiled threat using this technology in the threat. And then, we have this technology representative saying that we have and he said specifically that there are weapons that can manipulate time and space. This is just blowing my mind. I'm still trying to digest it, but I had to put this video out there because this is just crazy news that the government is acknowledging these things. And I feel like it's only going to be a matter of time before, they mention it long enough And because people are going to treat it as if it's still just a conspiracy theory, it's crazy, and then it's going to settle in. But that takes time. But it just, what purpose is there behind that they would start releasing and using this language and talking about this stuff and including it in press releases and stuff? Well, why would they want us to finally acknowledge this? I mean, are they going to use it on a scale to where it's not going to be possible to hide it from the public? It's kind of a scary possibility, but that's absolutely possible to me. But wanted to get this one out. But if you guys want to tell me what you think in the comments, and I will see you all very, very soon in the next one. I got tons of stuff coming up. Just hang with me. I'll see you all later.